Everyone, today I'm doing a new video, but this time it's something I haven't seen really anyone do. It's about Pokemon. However, there are things that I don't necessarily agree with, and that is considered as fact. And sorry if my eyes look quite red, because actually I've noticed they do. It's because of hay fever and stuff. But yes, I am doing a video that is like disagreeing with the facts about Pokemon. You might be thinking, what do you mean exactly? Well, I'm just going to list 5 facts about Pokemon, or what fans consider a fact, but I'm going to say they're not fact, they're wrong, basically. And, okay, remember, this is a bit of fun, and if you don't agree with me, that's absolutely fine. This is just my ideas on what's considered fact, and what's not considered fact, I guess. And the first one is with the Ghost Girl. Ooh. Because, and I say that say Ghost Girl, I mean the Lumiose Ghost Girl, who appears on top of a building. Well, I say top of the building, it's on a floor building where no one is there, and she just floats through, and then says, "You're not the one," and then floats off. So, yeah, I'm not saying that she isn't a ghost. That is not what I'm going to say. What I'm going to say is, I don't believe she's the same person as the person who's listening at the elevator. I think that elevator might be stopping at the 750th floor, just based off its speed and courage. Don't you agree, Rara? Yeah. Basically, there aren't much connections between her and the person with the elevator. There's nothing. She doesn't appear after the event happens. She's always been there. That person in the elevator, listening to the elevator. That other woman has got people around her and stuff. Okay, not in the same room, but very close by, and she's just listening to an elevator. Realistically, there is no connections whatsoever apart from A, she's in Lumiose. B, she's doing something a bit weird, and C, I guess, is that she's the Hex Maniac, isn't that what they call them? The sprite type thing. They're represented as the same people, I guess. So they're the only different similarities. But let's be honest. A, there's a lot of people in Lumiose, even including Hex Maniacs. B, to be fair, but someone being odd, if you could consider me as a ghost because I'm odd, it's kind of like that in that sense. Yeah, that one seems more like it's going to be going to our floor, but only about 5 more. Maybe the one below us? I'm not sure. It's hard. It's very intriguing. But at least this one has nice music. 3 is that they both meant to be both Hex Maniacs, but there are tons of them, so they all look the same. So it's not really good enough proof, in my opinion, for them to be the same people. Number 2, Mega Evolutions. Mega Evolutions are obviously, I've done a video about this already, so I'm not going to go too much differences, but I've made a video already talking about me saying that Mega Evolutions aren't evil, and I've backed it up with proof and stuff, but basically, in the short term, is that Mega Evolutions may do some things that may damage the Pokemon, but if you have a strong bond, it's not evil. You just have to learn how to use it and control it. But if you want to find out more, I have made a video, and I hope you would watch that for more information. Number 3 is Agatha is not a ghost-type trainer. And you might be thinking, wait, what? How can she not be a ghost-type trainer? She has Gengar, she has Haunters, she looks like a ghost-type trainer on the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee website. It says she's ghost. In the Pokemon mangas, everywhere it says she's a ghost-type Pokemon trainer. So how is she not a ghost-type Pokemon trainer? Well, the simple answer is that, I know I've been talking a lot about ghosts, is that I think she is nowadays a ghost type trainer. However, originally I don't think she was going to be, or they wouldn't, but they couldn't, or they were going to have her as a ghost type trainer, but they couldn't, so they made her into a poison type trainer. The reason why I say this is that, let's just look at all her Pokemon, for example. They're all, they all look mostly different types. That's a ghost, that's a flying, those two are also ghosts, and that's just poison. But all of them also have a poison type onto it. Look, poison, 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 and poison. And this is in the first and second game, so yeah, they didn't change it too much, did they? Basically, yeah, she was meant to be a ghost type trainer, and I think only until Fire and Red and Leaf Green, when in her rematch, is that she also has another ghost type Pokemon. And the reason why they might have changed her typing was to do with that there aren't many, or Pokemon even, so it means that they couldn't really use Ghost as an Elite Four member, so they had to change it into a poison type trainer. But that isn't to say that she isn't a poison type trainer. So yeah, it's not very. It's just not. I don't agree. And yeah, in fact, she also has a Venusaur even. I was even almost going to say Ivysaur. That would not have been good. So yeah. That is not good enough. That is good enough proof. I would say she is a poison type trainer. Apart from it, she also seems to use Psychic and a Gyarados for whatever reason. But yeah, so I think she was meant to be a poison type trainer, but they obviously changed it because of lack of ghost type. Well, ghost type, so they had to change it to a poison instead of being a ghost. I think that might not make sense, but who cares? So, yeah, let's move on to the next thing I wanted to talk about, and the final one is Arceus. Arceus is not a Pokemon. We'll bow down to our great saviour and rightful ruler, Arceus. You might be thinking, what? You can catch in a Pokeball? You'd be able to, he says it's a Pokemon right there. He looks like a Pokemon. I can't even think of any excuses to say he is a Pokemon. He just is a Pokemon. That's, I guess, the reason. But if you think about it logically, is he really a Pokemon? He created the Pokemon universe. He done so much stuff, but why would he be a Pokemon if he's more of a god? So, yeah, I think he isn't a Pokemon. In fact, this here is his form he takes when going to Earth. If you think about it, I've said obviously Pokemon and humans are all one and the same, so yeah, that's probably obviously means that Arceus would be one of those living things, because this is his form to walk with the realm of humans and Pokemon. He wouldn't obviously need a form if he was up in the world somewhere, but yeah, this is his form to walk with humans and Pokemon. So he doesn't actually need. Okay, the reasonings why I have for saying that Arceus is a Pokemon is because, let's be honest, he isn't the strongest Pokemon out there. In fact, Rayquaza is stronger than Arceus, and so many of other Pokemon are. And Mewtwo, Mega Mewtwo, is also stronger than Arceus, and so why would he make himself weaker than some Pokemon that are artificially made or has an artificial stronger form than a god? Think about that. And the reason why that would be the case would be because Arceus decided to make his level go lower, so he may be strong enough to compete with a lot of other Pokemon. However, he isn't invincible, so he can still be defeated, and that's why he would want to make himself that as well. he allows himself to even be caught by Pokeballs and stuff. He may be intensely strong, but it doesn't mean he's invincible or anything. He knows he put limits on himself, and so I believe that this is just a form he takes if he wants to become one with all the other living things out there. He created them after all. He wants to lead them. So yeah, that's kind of my reasoning why Arceus isn't really a Pokemon. He's just takes the form as of a Pokemon. My last thing I want to talk about is that I don't believe Ultra Beasts are legendary Pokemon. The reason why you might be thinking, what do you mean? People said it's legendary, according to Celebi, it's legendary Pokemon. Of course they're legendary Pokemon. Well, I don't believe that would be the case. A, because I feel there's way too many Ultra Beasts to say, because you do see quite a lot of, like, circuitry, Nihilego, loads of Ultra Beasts, Poipole, another one. They are all okay, they are all wrapped in a different universe, but there are tons of them. And I feel there probably are way too many to consider them as legendary Pokemon. Just considered in the Pokemon world slightly more legendary because they're not from our universe, but that doesn't mean in the real our world that they are considered as non-legendaries, because I believe that's A, the case, and also B is that there's too many of them. You can't have too many Ultra Beasts. And if you think about it, Poipole seems to be quite a normal Pokemon in the normal world, in their world. So why would they be legendary in their world? It wouldn't make sense. In my opinion, they're not legendary Pokemon from the universe. And my third point is actually, I'm saying there isn't Ultra Beasts aren't legendary. There are three, well, sort of five exceptions of it. That is Solgaleo, Lunana, and Necrozma. Sorry, I got that a bit wrong. And the reason why I say this is because these three are legendaries. They've been proving a lot of times they are, and there aren't many of them, if you think about it. They have to travel between universes, and that's another thing, because they're Pokemon that can travel through universes, and there is obviously the debate in my head if they actually are Ultra Beasts, but I definitely think Necrozma is. I don't know about Nebby, because they could come from our own universe, so they might not actually be Ultra Beasts. However, if they are Ultra Beasts, they are also legendary Pokemon because they aren't many of them. They have legends around them. They're strong enough. I would say some of them are already strong enough, pardon me, but like I'm sure Guzzlord is also strong enough to consider as a legendary. But yeah, there's too many. So yeah, and also Necrozma I definitely believe is a legendary Ultra Beast, because he has another legend that he can take over things and like absorb light and stuff. It's quite weird, but he basically is a very strong Pokemon, and I think he seems to be very rare. Basically, most Pokemon trainers don't seem to ever know where he comes from or anything, and you can also travel through Ultra Wormholes. And like I said before, only time that Ultra Beasts travel through Ultra Wormholes is when it opens in their world. They wouldn't normally go through them. Let's be honest, because if they did go through them a lot more, probably be invading our world a lot more, basically. And if you think about when the book, they also do state that Ultra Beasts came with the Beast of the Sun or Moon, Solgaleo and Lunana. The other two are Cosmog and Cosmo. You know, the between Solgaleo and Cosmog. And so yeah, basically, that is probably my reasoning. I hope for that one, and I hope I can persuade some of you maybe to agree with me. Some I'm imagining you probably feel a bit too far stretch, but they're just my opinion that I just disagree with the things I disagree with the Pokemon fan base, and I just think that people have just made their own minds up with, and even though I think they're not actually true. So there are facts, but you know. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and I chose 5 because I couldn't think of anything else. So yeah, thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hang on, I thought I just heard something. The camera just flickered. What was that? The door is opening. Someone's coming in. Oh no. It can't be. Or can it? He's wearing a blue mysterious cape.
You're not the
It's a ghost.